Also, since we're talking about retail, we got to talk U.S. retail sales. They came in better than expected in October at 1.3% versus 1.0% expected. The data showed strength in auto sales, but noteworthy weakness in general merchandise as retailers continue to struggle with inventories here. And particularly within this report, too, for U.S. retail sales and how that all plays into the economic equation for consumers and trying to understand where the prices that they're paying are actually being taken versus where that's being pushed back on. I think that's amazingly critical to watch going into this holiday season to see how much of that actually turns over into just core necessities and not so much of the discretionary categories as we had seen in even the earnings reports that have come out this week.
So you mentioned weakness in general merchandise. You know what general merchandise is? Walmart and Target. It's stores like that, right? Those are the so-called mass market retailers. Department stores are a subset of that, though, and their sales were down by 2.1%. That is the biggest month-over-month drop in any of the categories that are tracked here by the Census Department, which comes out with this data. Electronics and appliance stores down 0.3%. So you mentioned, Saz, that Best Buy is down this morning. That's not a good sign for the likes of Best Buy either when you look at that number. And then finally, sporting goods, hobby, musical instrument, and bookstores also seeing a drop of 0.3%. So those were the categories. Otherwise, decent amount of strength here.
Yeah, I just think the market is going to put more stock in what Target said today. And in this environment, look who is winning. Look at the difference in tone. What we heard from CFO at Walmart yesterday, John David Rainey. They posted a U.S. same-store sales increase of 8.2%. Right now, it looks like Walmart is winning because they're consolidating these trips. And I'm looking at a good note from Citi over there this morning on Walmart. They say, as the playbook would suggest, they are built for this. Right now in this environment, when you have consumers that make over $100,000 a year trading down, they're trading down to Walmart. In addition to, of course, Walmart getting all those low-income shoppers, that's a perfect storm for this company ahead of the holiday season.
I think one of the other things that we may start to hear about from a company like a Sonos, perhaps, that we can track and within this kind of pushback in the consumer discretionary category of electronics, too, because people perhaps already have all the electronics that they need, purchased that earlier on in the onset of the pandemic as they were doing a lot of that home renovation or reimagining, re-envisioning what their work from home or education from home space looked like. It's how much of that inventory is actually being replenished at many of these retailers, too, because anecdotally, last time I went to Best Buy and was looking for a TV for myself, they're like, no, we don't have it. This location doesn't have it. You might be able to find one over at location Brooklyn, but at the end of the day, it's really the companies who are selling through all of what they buy in wholesale, realizing that the consumers aren't coming back in for it. So what does the replenishment look like? How does that impact even the manufacturing side as well?
Did you want one of those new roll-up TVs? You see those, like 112
No, I'm not getting
TVs?
the roll-up TV.
Roll-up TVs are kind of cool.
Two more small areas of strength, though, that I want to mention in this report. One of them is non-store retailers, a.k.a. Amazon and pure online retailers, actually up 1.2% in the month. And people are not spending money in the stores because they're still going out. Food, services, and drinking places up 1.6%. So that's where some of this money is going on a month-over-month basis.